When I was a child, I was diagnosed with a neuromuscular disease. My parents were told that I wouldn't live to be 10, but they were people that believed that everyone has an opportunity. They believed that we all have purpose. That faith began to build a platform on which my wife and I could build a ministry to help others living with disability and their families find success for their life. And that's how our ministry got started, Lift Disability Network. My wife and I started reaching out and loving on families that live with disability every day. Families like Brooks Allen and his family.
I have autism. My brain works differently than others.
That's right. Brooks was diagnosed probably when he was about 1 year old. With autism, it's a big spectrum. You have this side of the spectrum where they're nonverbal and not talking and very, very difficult behaviors. And then over here on this side of the spectrum, Brooks is very verbal. He's very social. He loves to be around people. He loves to talk and he loves to interact with people. So we were leaving church one day, Kensington Church, and there was a big, huge canoe out front. And this gentleman was sitting out there, which is Jim Huckel. And so Brooks and I walked over and we were like, "What's with the boat?" And Jim told us they were doing a paddle challenge to raise money for camp. And so that's how we got interested in the camp. And then Brooks and I decided to sign up and we went as buddies.
The first time I went to camp, I met a family with a boy named Joel with a disability. And my gosh, it was hard.
When I first met Brooks, I knew right away that he was a pretty amazing kid and just had a huge servant's heart.
For us, camp has now become a family event. I mean, Brooks comes, my daughter comes, and we're all buddies. I've worked in the children's section several times, helped out with programming, helped out with wherever they might have needed us. When Brooks is at camp, he is a whole different person. He is confident. He walks around like he owns the place. He is constantly wanting to help people. What can I do? Where can I be?
I remember the first time I was trying to tell Brooks what we were going to be doing in our serving project, and as we were going along, he was like, "We're doing it! We're doing it!" He was just so excited to be serving.
At camp, I'm helpful. I get to do something new every year, and it made a difference.
Brooks is always the first one right there and ready to go, which I think that gives him a big purpose in life, which is just a reward in itself.
Yeah, Brooks has been coming to camp for about 6 years, and if I were to tell you what's changed in him over the years, that first year he was just really a shy boy, and over those years he's developed his confidence, and now he really does run the camp.
I think that camp, seeing other families, other parents, other moms that are struggling kind of in the ways that I struggle, that definitely helps to make you not feel alone.
Disability can cause isolation and disappointment, fatigue and hopelessness. Sometimes it creates a poverty in one's spirit. But individuals and families with disabilities don't have to live there. At Lift Disability Network, each year we inspire hundreds of families and individuals living with disabilities just like Brooks to discover a new vision for their future through camping, monthly events, and family services. We want to invite you to join us, to lock arms with us, to make a difference. We want to ask you to pray for us. We want to ask you to volunteer, and yes, make a donation to empower us to do more. Together, we will elevate life in the disability family.